Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. This is your love reading for February 2018. It is the month of love. So we're going to have a look at what's coming in for you guys in February 2018 for your love lives. I'm using for this reading, guys, the Thelema Tarot, along with your advice card of the Romance Angels. Okay, let's have a look for you. So, Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Sagittarius and love in February 2018. What's coming in for Sagittarius and love in February 2018? What's coming in for Sagittarius and love in February 2018? Show me what's coming in for Sagittarius and love in February 2018. Show me. And this reading, guys, is really geared towards those who are looking for love. If you're in a perfectly good relationship, don't bother, because this reading probably won't be for you. Alright, what's around you, Sagittarius, is, well, the Two of Swords. I think that you are very blocked. Some of you guys, the energies might be that you're indecisive. It could be somebody around you who's indecisive. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. Could be somebody around you who's indecisive. You might be indecisive, or you might be slightly blocked here. You might be emotionally blocked as well with that Two of Swords in the upright. Your challenge is the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So your challenge might be that there has been blocked communication. It might be that your challenge is that you are blocked, because if somebody's blocked here, you might be dealing with somebody who's blocking you out. And if you're dealing with somebody that's blocking you out, Sagittarius, it might be because the challenge is that somebody's not communicating with you. Or it might be you that you've got your defences up here. I think somebody's not communicating because the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So it might be that somebody's, blocked you of social media, that type of thing. Because in your foundation, the reason that everything is happening is because of the Ace of Cups. Okay, so it's interesting. This is new love. In your foundation, there's a new relationship here. Eight of Cups is all about new love, new relationships, but also one's heart being open. But around that Ace of Cups, I'm seeing the world. Okay, so in the foundation, the reason, the distant past, or the foundation, why everything is happening is to do with love, new love. But in the recent past, you've experienced the world. This might be in the ending of the cycle of this situation. The most likely outcome for love in 2018, Sagittarius, is the Seven of Wands. Now, that's interesting. It's a good card. I'm seeing that there's a defense. Somebody's putting up their defenses here, or they're blocking you out. Okay? They're blocking you out. And your challenge is a lack of communication, I feel here. But I think somebody's going to be letting down their guard, Sagittarius too, because you've got the Seven of Wands being the most likely outcome. I'm seeing somebody who's finally letting down their guard. When you get Seven of Wands, somebody's letting down their guard. They're opening up with that Seven of Wands in the reverse. Coming in, what you'll experience is the Five of Swords, though. So be careful of that card, because sometimes this can be somebody who's being quite smug. They might not be being particularly honest with you. There might be a little bit of a lie somewhere. Somebody also might be cutting you out, or there might be some conflict in a relationship. Right now, you Sagittarians are the Hanged Man, but you're in the reverse. So the Hanged Man in the reverse represents, can represent two things. It can either represent, with the Hanged Man in the reverse, that you have come to a point where you are, what's the word? Where you are, if you're the Hangman in the reverse, you'd probably be refusing to change or refusing to listen. Alright, there's a refusal to surrender as well. So I think you guys possibly is not letting go of a situation here. Okay, and as a result of that, I'm seeing you guys with this Two of Swords. You seem to be, I think that you guys are either indecisive or you're blocked with this Two of Swords energy. Might be that you're not listening to anyone, because I'm looking at the Two of Swords and she's got the swords up against her ear as well. So it's almost like you're not listening. Because in your foundation, it's about being in love with the Ace of Cups. And I feel that in the recent past, you've experienced the world with this. I don't think this is closure. I think that you guys literally have experienced within the self the greatest love. But your challenge is, I don't think that this love is being returned. It's the Eight of Wands in the reverse. However, the most likely outcome is that somebody's going to let down their guard to you, I feel, with this Seven of Wands in the reverse. Coming in, I am seeing some conflicts here, the Five of Swords. Somebody might be taking the upper hand. Somebody's feeling smug. Somebody might be taking advantage with that Five of Swords energy. What you'll experience coming in is the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, so I think that you're going to experience somebody who's not going to conform to you, Sagittarius. Emperors reversed often represent non-conformists. Alright, they're weak, powerless people, or they can be overly dominant and very tyrannical. But I think that you're going to experience somebody who won't conform, who doesn't want to conform to this relationship. Your hopes would be the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That is to overcome a very tumultuous time and to find healing, overcome the worst. And the outcome for love in 2018, February, is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's interesting. Because Queen of Swords in the reverse is where you feel deeply hurt. But you're feeling deeply hurt as a result of this person who won't conform to you with the Hanged Man in the reverse. And this person seems to be sort of knocking you out. They seem to be cutting you out or taking advantage of the situation. Alright, I'm seeing some very kind of, sneaky, underhanded situation going on here in this relationship with this Five of Swords energy. And I feel that this is, what you experience coming in as a result of this is the Emperor in the reverse. This is either somebody who's a non-conformist, or this is lack of stability, or somebody who perhaps doesn't want to build stability with you with that Emperor in the reverse. And as a result of that, I think that the overall outcome is you guys feeling very hurt by an individual here. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Let's get some clarifiers on this. Why is Sagittarius the Hanged Man reversed in February 2018? Why is Sagittarius the Hanged Man reversed? Right, a Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, so the Hierophant in the reverse represents somebody who's breaking away. So I feel that you guys are reluctant with this Hanged Man in the reverse. I think that you're reluctant to face up to the fact that somebody's actually broken away from you with this Hierophant in the reverse. Because the Hanged Man in the reverse says, I'm reluctant to listen, or I'm not listening to anyone, or I'm not. And, this is why you got the Two of Swords. You got swords near your ears, like you're not listening. I think that you guys here are the Hanged Man in the reverse. You're reluctant to face up to the truth that somebody has actually broken a vow with you, or they've broken away from the relationship with that Hierophant in the reverse. And as a result of that, the energies around you will be the Two of Swords in the reverse, and in the upright, sorry. And let's have a look what shows up with that Two of Swords in the upright for you, Sagittarius. Okay. I think that you guys are refusing to accept with the Justice card this situation. Because the Justice card is all about acceptance. It's about bringing something full circle. Okay, either way, this is about settlement, the Justice energy. So I feel that the Two of Swords is saying that you're indecisive. Some of you guys won't listen. I'm seeing the swords near your ears. It's sticking out at me. You're probably, this would be the voice of reason, because this is the person that manages the scales of justice. So some of you guys, I feel that you will be reluctant with the Two of Swords. You'll be blocking out and ignoring that you need to kind of make this decision, and you need to accept this situation with the Justice energy. I think that you're blocking out for some of you guys this Two of Swords, the voice of reason with this Justice energy, because in your foundation it's about the Ace of Cups. The whole reason why this situation is happening is because of the Ace of Cups showing up here. Okay, so Judgment. So in the reverse though. So I think that this is about, you guys are in love. So the Ace of Cups is all about in love, feeling in love. And I think that there is a relationship here. Feelings is the Ace of Cups energy. And I think that your feelings, I think that you haven't resolved something here in terms of your feelings with the Ace of Cups. I think that this relationship, this Ace of Cups, this new relationship, or, when you get the Ace of Cups, it's all about being open to love. And I think the reason why everything is happening is because this Ace of Cups, this love is blinding you to the truth of the matter, because the Judgment in the reverse means that you're blinded to the truth. So I think that the feelings that you have for this individual are blinding you guys to the truth with the Judgment card in the reverse. And as a result of that, in the recent past, you guys have experienced the world. And we'll see what the world is here. Six of Coins in the reverse. I do feel, though, in the recent past, you've had to learn a lesson with that world in the upright. That this relationship is not going to give you what you want with that Six of Coins. Because the Six of Coins in the reverse means that you're not receiving at all. And the World card means that you learn a lesson. I don't see this as the ending of the cycle. I see you guys learning a lesson that you're actually not receiving what you want with the Six of Coins in the reverse. Because this love, and the reason why everything is happening is because you're very blind. This feeling, the feelings that you have for this individual, Sagittarius, is blinding you to the truth with the Judgment card in the reverse. It's made you very inactive with that Judgment card in the reverse. You're ignoring the truth. Judgment in the reverse means that you're not facing up to the truth often. That's one of the meanings. So I feel that with these two cards, you're kind of blinded by your feelings for an individual. But I think in the recent past, you guys have learned a lesson with the world energy, and you've come to an understanding that you're actually not receiving as much that you're putting in. So you're putting in, but you're not getting out, because your challenge is the Eight of Wands. And I see this as somebody who's blocking communicating with you with that Eight of Wands energy. Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so your challenge is, I'm seeing that there has been a lack of communication here from somebody who seems to have, with this Three of Cups, deactivated the friendship. They've pulled out of the friendship with the Three of Cups in the reverse, because this is a separation. So your challenge might be that there's been a lack of communication that's brought a separation in terms of this friendship, or a lack of communication has brought severance to this friendship. That is what your challenge is. And that's why you seem to be blocking out, making a decision, or blocking out accepting. And what is it that you need to accept? Well, it's here. The Ace of Cups, that your feelings are making you blind towards the truth. And what is the truth? It follows on from this. That the World card, you need to face up to the truth. That with the World card, there is a lesson here that you need to learn with the world. That you are not getting what you are putting in. So you're not receiving anything from this individual. The most likely outcome for love in February 2018 for Sagittarius is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Lovers in the reverse. So the most likely outcome is you guys are going to accept. You will accept a one-sided relationship, because the Seven of Wands in the reverse means to accept. It means you surrender. Because here, in your foundation, Sagittarius, you guys, I think that your feelings are blinding you. I think that your feelings are blinding you to the truth. Or your feelings are allowing you to ignore making a judgment or facing up to the truth. So in terms of your feelings, you're not facing up to the truth, I feel, with the Judgment energy of this situation. And what is the truth of this situation, universe? In one card, what is this truth of the situation for Sagittarius? What is the truth of this situation for Sagittarius? The High Priestess. The truth might be that somebody is keeping things away from you. They're keeping things back. The truth is that it might be another individual. There's a third party. High Priestesses usually show up in the reversed and upright as third parties. So the truth might be that there's a third party. The truth might be that this person's being aloof with the High Priestess energy. You know, you got the Four of Wands. There could be a third party. It could be a secret individual in terms of this relationship with the Four of Wands. All right. So I feel that there's somebody that's, I think that you're blinded to the truth with this Ace of Cups. I think your feelings are blinding you with this Judgment in the reverse to the truth. You're ignoring something, I feel, with these two cards. And that could be that somebody is hiding something from you. Could be in terms of another relationship. It might be there's a third party going on here, for example. Whatever the case is, you have realised in the recent past. The World card is a realisation card. It's coming to maturity. It's coming to realisation. It's learning a lesson. So you're coming to reality, I feel, with the World energy, showing here that this relationship is not giving anything to you. This person's not giving anything to you. Because your challenge is that the lack of communication with this individual, or if you don't communicate with this person, if you stop, I think the challenge is if you stop communicating with this person, it's going to sever the ties, it's going to end this relationship here. And that's why some of you guys, I feel, with the Two of Swords, are not listening to the voice of reason, or you're ignoring having to make a decision, or you're ignoring having to accept that this might be going on here. But more than likely, some of you Sagittarians will surrender. You'll still open your doors to a cheat or a liar or somebody who only wants one part of a relationship, i.e. sex or whatever it is instead of love. You're still opening your heart and your doors to a one-sided relationship with the Lovers in the reverse. Coming in, you guys will experience the Five of Swords showing up here, Sagittarius. And let's have a look at what shows with the Five of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. So some of you guys are going to get hurt, I feel, with the Five of Swords. I think you're going to get cut, or there's a sense of, and it's from a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, very self-serving individual, or somebody who only focuses on themselves or focuses on work. This person is too busy with the self to be busy with you. So you'll experience the Five of Swords feeling a sense of disempowerment, feeling slighted with that Five of Swords, feeling ignored potentially with the Five of Swords, feeling like you're being cast aside like an old rag with the Five of Swords by a Queen of Pentacles energy in the reverse. This is somebody who only looks at themselves and only focuses on themselves. This might be somebody who all they do is spend time at the gym, or all they do is work, or all they do is think about how they look, the clothing. What they're doing is they're all self-focused. They spend too much time focusing on what they want to build and focusing on you. And I think that you're going to experience some form of problem, but it'll be what they put onto you, because they don't care with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And as a result of that, influences coming in will be the Emperor in the reverse. Let's have a look at what this Emperor in the reverse is. The Six of Cups in the reverse. No, Nine of Cups, sorry, in the reverse, not Six of Cups, Nine of Cups in the reverse. So influence is coming in. As a result of that, I feel that there will be, you'll experience somebody, this Emperor energy, who's, and I would say that this isn't the non-conformist character, partly non-conformist with the Emperor in the reverse, Sagittarius, but I'd say that this is somebody who wants things their own way, the Emperor. Completely dominant, tyrannical type of individual who wants everything their own way, bringing you guys a great deal of disharmony, lack of satisfaction with that Nine of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse is lack of satisfaction, lack of contentment, lack of harmony. And I think that you're going to experience, influences coming in are this Emperor in the reverse. Someone here who's completely dominant, who's completely one-sided, tunnel visioned with the Emperor in the reverse, who'll only bring you a great deal of dissatisfaction and lack of harmony with that Nine of Cups in the reverse. They're not destined to bring you any great happiness here, I feel here. And this is why we have this Hierophant showing here. This person who has broken their vows. But you guys refuse to accept with that Hangman in the reverse, in the you now position, that this person has broken away from you with the Hierophant in the reverse, or this person wants to break away from you with the Hierophant in the reverse. Your hopes are the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Let's see what shows with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. The Two of Wands in the reverse. Well, your hopes would be to overcome this division, this you know, this disharmony, this separation. Oh no, it's Three of Wands, or I think it was Two of Wands. Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands in the reverse represents when you don't see a future. Okay, so, but the Ten of Swords is reversed, and the Ten of Swords in reverse says to overcome. Okay, so I think that your hopes would be to overcome this delay, because Three of Wands in the reverse is a delay. It's almost like you feel that there's this is just like a little temporary measure, or a little temporary thing going on with the Three of Wands in the reverse. You're hoping to overcome this kind of temporary stasis or stagnation in this relationship. But the outcome is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And let's see why the outcome is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse. I think that some of you guys, the overall outcome will be that you will... the Queen of Swords in the reverse is difficult because she represents somebody who's resenting something here. Got a lot of reversals in this deck, actually. A lot of them. Some are in the upright, but a lot of them are actually reversals. This Queen of Swords in the reverse represents resentment. I think that the outcome is some of you guys are resenting somebody who seems to be living, or who seems to be quite active despite of you. Because this is the card of resentment, and you're resenting the Five of Cups in the reverse. Five of Cups in the reverse represents somebody who's creating changes, somebody who's not hurting, somebody who's kind of overhurt, or they're over it. And I think that you're resenting this person being over it. They're not particularly fussed. I'm seeing that you're more fussed about an individual in February 2018, Sagittarius, than a person is over you. Sorry if you feel the reading is negative. It's all I'm seeing. I'm sorry. I think that you're resenting someone here in this reading. I know there's a lot of reversals, but it's just the way it is. I'm sorry about that, okay? I think that you're resenting somebody who doesn't seem to care that much. The Five of Cups in the reverse is, I don't care. I'm over it. So it's almost like you're resenting this person that doesn't care that much for some of you guys in February. And I know it's Valentine's, but just because it's Valentine's, it doesn't mean that you receive an amazing reading all the time, okay? I'm just being blunt with you, Saggies, okay? I know that you view my readings the least, which is why you always go up last. So that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, not being horrible, but just because it's Valentine's, it doesn't always mean that you receive this. Some people this will resonate with, some people it won't. It's just the way it is, okay? So, yeah. Let's get this reading again for February 2018, Sagittarius. I'm seeing you guys, I think that you refuse to recognise, or you refuse to own up to the truth that this person, that there is somebody around you who's not committed or who wants to break away from the relationship. Hierophant in the reverse. Because in your foundation, the reason that everything is happening is because you're so in love with this Ace of Cups that you are making all the wrong judgments. You're making all the wrong decisions with the Judgment card, but also because you've got such deep feelings for this individual, you are reluctant to face up to the truth. Judgment in the reverse means also reluctance to face up to the truth. And that truth could be that there's another individual involved with this individual. High priestesses can represent other people. Or these people might be keeping secrets, something from you here. Within the relationship, the marriage, whatever it is. But I think in the recent past, you guys have come to reality with the World card that you're not actually receiving anything in this relationship. But your challenge is, I think, withdrawing with the Eight of Wands from this individual. So your challenge is withdrawing from this relationship and deactivating the friendship or deactivating the partnership with this individual, which for some of you guys, it might not be a marriage or anything. It might be somebody that you've been seeing, but you're going to need to cut contact with, and that might be the challenge. And as a result of that, I think that you are ignoring justice. You're ignoring making that decision in February 2018 with that Two of Swords. Some of you guys might be indecisive about making this decision, or the Two of Swords, you're ignoring making the decision, or you're ignoring accepting that you need to do this with the Justice energy. So what I'm seeing for some of you Sagittarius is you'll just carry on with that Seven of Wands. What you'll do is you'll carry on opening your door to somebody who doesn't feel or isn't in love with you with the Lover's energy, or doesn't feel the same way that you do, or only wants a relationship when they want it, but they don't want it with you all of the time, or only wants sex but not love. In the immediate future, the 2 weeks into February 2018, I think that you guys will experience this Five of Swords, so you will experience somebody who's manipulating you. It could be that they're manipulating you with this Five of Swords for their own gain. Queen of Coins is all about your own gain and not giving to others, not sharing with others, but having it all for yourself. So it might be that you experience somebody who's manipulating you, Five of Swords, for their own gain, Queen of Coins in the reverse. But the influence is coming in is that you would experience the Emperor in the reverse. I think that this is you, Sagittarius, the Emperor in the reverse. I think you guys are going to experience a very weakened state, because Emperor's reverse represents somebody who's weak. So I think that what will come in is you'll experience with this Emperor in the reverse feeling so weak in this relationship that it makes you feel. And I think that you're going to be feeling very weak because you're unhappy. Nine of Cups, you're not getting your needs met with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This person manipulates you so they can get their own gain, but once they're gone, what do you have? You got the Emperor in the reverse. You're feeling weak because you let this person come in. You didn't stand in your power with the Emperor in the upright. Okay, you did this. Emperor in the reverse. You let down your guard. So you're going to experience a state of feeling weakened with that Emperor in the reverse because you're not getting your needs met, Nine of Cups in the reverse. You're not getting the full whack contentment and happiness and pleasure that you should be getting, because this person's just taking you and they're abusing you. I mean, I'm seeing it in two places. I'm seeing here you guys letting down your guard, Seven of Wands in the reverse. You're surrendering to this relationship that is no good. Lovers in the reverse is a relationship that is one-sided, or a relationship that lacks love, only sex but no love. This is a cheat in the reverse, the Lover's energy. You know, you are allowing this in. You're allowing a negative relationship into your life. Some of you guys are in February. Possibly because you're afraid to be on your own, some of you. And then what you get is this person manipulating you, Five of Swords, for their own gain, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And then, to top it off, influence is coming in, Sagittarius, is that you guys start to feel really, really low with the Emperor. You start to feel less. You start to feel a lack of power. Powerlessness. Emperor in the reverse is a state of powerlessness. So influence is coming in as you guys feeling a state of powerlessness because you're so unhappy with the Nine of Cups. You don't feel that your needs are being met. But your hopes are, well, we can overcome this temporary pause, this temporary delay with the Three of Wands in the reverse. But the outcome shows that you guys, I feel, will be feeling a great deal of resentment when you recognise that this person with the Five of Cups in the reverse actually doesn't give a shit. Not being horrible, but I think you will for some. And God, I hope that didn't sound harsh. It didn't. I didn't mean the reading to sound harsh. I really didn't. But I think that you are going to experience somebody who doesn't care. And you're going to recognise that this person doesn't really care. And this is why the resentment will start up with the Queen of Swords energy. Because you will recognise that this person doesn't actually care. And why don't they care? Because they're a King of Swords in the reverse. They're just a manipulative individual. Alright, this person doesn't care. You're going to be very resentful, I think, because this person doesn't care. You've got resentful because there is a man, a manipulative individual, not a man, male or female. There's a manipulative individual that really doesn't care about the relationship. I know it's not the greatest reading for Valentine's, but that's what I'm seeing in your Valentine's reading, I'm afraid. Sorry. Let's have a look. I'll probably get a load of unsubscribers now, but that's just the way it is. That's what I'm seeing in the reading, Sagittarius. I think that you are going to, some of you guys are going to be let down by somebody, so you just need to be on your guard around the individual. Universe, Spirit, show me, what is the advice that you have for Sagittarius in this reading? What is the advice that you have for Sagittarius in the reading for February 2018 for love? Show me. Okay, that's interesting. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Who knows? You feel a chemistry with this individual. Maybe this is why this person... You know, there is this chemistry, though, that you do feel, Sagittarius. And I think this is why you guys can't... Because I'm seeing in a couple of areas you're not facing up to the truth in an individual. I think with a Hanged Man in the reverse, because you can mean that you don't surrender, there's a lack of enlightenment or a lack of... This person doesn't listen when they're reversed. They refuse to be enlightened. And I think that you're refusing to see with that Hanged Man in the reverse that there is somebody here who wants to break away from you. And it's the same here, because in your foundation, you're in love. It's your feelings that are blinding you with the judgment energy. It's your feelings that are allowing you to make an error of judgment, to make the wrong judgments. So your feelings are blinding you here, and you're refusing to see the truth that somebody's broken away from you here. But you do face up to it in the recent past. You come to the conclusion with the World card that you're not actually getting anything from this individual. And your challenge is, well, you know, if I stop communication with this person, it means that it's the end of the friendship, it's the end of the chemistry, it's the end of the connection I've got with them. And that's why you guys tend to blind yourself. You tend to ignore having to make that decision with the Justice card, or you ignore having to accept that this person really is that. You know, they are blinding you to the truth. Your feelings are blinding you to the truth of an individual, and it's because of this chemistry. You've got strong chemistry with this person. There is a strong chemistry, but the chemistry, I think, for this person is all sexual. It's mainly sexual. I don't think it's love-based. I think it's mainly sexual. You can have sexual chemistry and not emotional chemistry. I think your chemistry is emotional and sexual, but I think the person's chemistry is purely sexual. Because this person will try and manipulate you, and Pentacles can be to do with sex and pleasure. And when you get a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles in the reverse, they're quite shallow individuals, so it's all about the pleasure for them. I think that this person is manipulating you in order to gain, because Queen of Pentacles is self-gain and not outwardly gaining. So you don't take what you've got and share it. You tend to keep it. So I think this person is manipulating you in order for self-gain here. And it might be sexual gain, it might be money, it might be something like that. But you guys here with the Emperor, influence is coming in, you're going to be feeling powerless. Okay, your powerlessness is due to the Nine of Cups in the reverse not getting your needs met. Not in an emotional sense, at least. Might be partially sexually, but not emotionally. And you guys hoping that this is just a temporary measure, that this will pass. Ten of Swords is this will pass. What will pass? The delay. You'll overcome with the Ten of Swords this brief delay with the Three of Wands. But the outcome, I feel, says that you guys are going to be feeling a great deal of resentment when you realise that this manipulative idiot here really doesn't care with the Five of Cups in the reverse. They're kind of over it. The advice is, yeah, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. There is. But you know what? I think, to be perfectly honest with you, Sagittarius, for you, it's much more. I think the chemistry is on all levels, and I think the chemistry for whoever this person is partial. All right, be careful. Don't do this. The way I read it, Seven of Wands in the reverse is taking down your barriers. It's giving in. You guys are giving into the Lovers in the reverse. You're giving into a relationship. So you're giving into, with the Lovers in the reverse, a relationship that is not complete. There's not a union here with the Lovers in the reverse. It's partial. It's one-sided. Some of you guys giving into a one-sided relationship. Some of you guys giving into your heart rather than your head, because the head rather than heart should be the Lovers in the upright. The heart rather than the head should be the Lovers in the reverse. So you make stupid mistakes and stupid decisions here, erratic decisions with the Lovers in the reverse based on the heart. So some of you guys here, you're giving in the Seven of Wands to your heart with the Lovers in the reverse. So you're not thinking with your head, you're thinking with your heart. You need to think with your head rather than your heart in this situation, because I think that other person, whoever it is around you, Sagittarius, is actually thinking with their head rather than their heart. Okay, so you need to do the same thing. Okay, love you loads, guys. Speak to you soon. Take care.